Welcome, everyone, to Annapolis, Maryland, home of the Navy Midshipmen. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on a team from the MAC, the Navy Midshipmen. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. So the Purdue Boilermakers offense will get the first possession of the game. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating a loss on 1st down.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking for a man, it's Jennings. Fires left. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete. The Boilermakers will punt it away on 4th down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Midshipman offense makes its way onto the field for their first possession of the game. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be...
Turning it on! Oh, what a cut! Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Midshipmen could get really aggressive here on 2nd and short. The give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Robles. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Oh, they're after him! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Navy will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
The Boilermakers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. To the air, it's Jennings. Got his man. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Makes the catch, it's Soto. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's Hussein. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the gun on 3rd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Boilermakers line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Slings it downfield. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Robles. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Nice move there. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Give to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
On third down, he drops to throw. Working the middle, it's complete. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Navy lifts anchor in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got it on the move. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Navy will have it with a first and goal. Touchdown, midshipman! Quick strike through the air for the score.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Flips it out on the screen. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. The Boilermakers in a good spot here with second and short. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Going deep. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. The Boilermakers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And Navy will go back on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on second down. Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll try the run. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Looking downfield, it's Jennings. He lost one down the sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And they can't make the play on third down. The Boilermakers will send out the punt unit. Catches it at the 30. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. And here comes the Navy offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hooks. Makes that one pay off. and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Moffitt. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give on the inside. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Robles. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Navy will have it with a 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Trying to run it in. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Navy!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. To the air, it's Jennings. This time on target. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. And the Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Looking deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. He'll set up to throw. They're setting up the screen. There he goes. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock.
On the play. 3rd down coming.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. The Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. But you have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He's looking deep. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe...
Deep shot for the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
Back to throw, it's Jennings. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area, and they forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here and make it really tough on their opponent to kick a field goal.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. That one comes out hot down the right side. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Annapolis.
Just about set to get this second half underway.
Set to kick this one away.
On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Navy will go back on the attack. Going right to work up top. Gets open down the middle. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Navy comes to the line facing 2nd and short. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. Grab near the marker. It's hooked. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Throws to the wideout. He's got his man across the middle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Looking to throw for it. Caught close to the marker. It's Hendricks. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. From the gun, the running back has it. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. The midshipman looking for a chunk play on third and long. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, midshipman! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Fires to the big fella. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32.
Good enough for first down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Hussein. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Single back formation, and they give it to it. across the 45. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds the tight end. Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This quarterback part of their running game. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. And they'll move the chains with the 1st down, but that might be it for the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break, and Navy holds the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll try to pass their way in. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Looking for the score. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 10.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
24. 1st and goal, Purdue.
So close to cashing it in for this offense.
Let's go! Let's go!
They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Boilermakers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Touchdown, Boilermakers! Fitted in the window for the score.
I know this offense had some question marks coming into the year with respect to who would be catching touchdowns in the offense. I think they may have found their guy. This guy had a TD in their first game. He has another one here. Right now, he's been a matchup problem for opposing defenses.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And here comes the Navy offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Catch in the middle, it's Robles. At the 35, he's loose. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Nose is ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down, it's 2nd and 9. The hand to the running back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Navy now facing 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Leaves it with the back. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the run. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Quick strike through the air for the score.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this with Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Dropping back, it's Jennings. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
That's a first down for the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Just keep slinging it. Quickly out to the tight end. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34.
He's out of bounds.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around.
Second down.
Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Took care of it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. To the air on second down. Backs looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Purdue! A great catch and run for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays. And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Fires downfield. Connection to the right. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Robles. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Navy to the line, needing just a few inches on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Got him downfield. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one.